Yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead, and in this video, I want to talk about the two main things that have been pushing me and fueling my new identity as an artist, and also just pushing me towards my best self. It may sound obvious, but the two things have been self-healing and self-improving. They may sound the same, but they're actually two completely different sides to the same coin. Now, what do I mean by that? Self-healing is a very introspective and inwards type of growth, whereas self-improvement is really external, and it's about the things that are going on the outside that are making you a better person. Both of these things really need a type of harmonious balance in order for you to really progress the best way possible. If we only focus on one side to this, it can actually end up doing more harm than good. And I'll give you an example. Let's say we're not really satisfied with our appearance and we want to get more active and improve the way we look. If we just ignore the self-healing part of it, which is the way that we view ourselves, and focus on the self-improvement, which is going out there and exercising and getting active, when we're getting more and more in shape, we might look at ourselves in the mirror and still never be satisfied with the way that we look, because there could be a deeper issue to this. The self-healing is actually going to be able to address those things, address things in our subconscious, address things from our childhood, address things that are going to be necessary in order for that self-improvement to really become a greater identity for us. At the beginning of this year, when I was putting my life back together and creating a new identity for myself, the two biggest things that I focused on to really put me on track was, one, finding a therapist, and two, starting to meditate and embrace mindfulness. Having a therapist was a way for me to run things by somebody and make sure that my behaviors were in line with healing and diving into a healthier version of myself. Whereas with meditation, it was way more thorough in observing my thoughts and making sure I was in control of my body. And that's pretty much the concept. Is on one side, the self-healing side, we have our emotions and we have our thoughts. And those are things that we need to work on and develop tools for managing and learning how to live with those things in a way where we're not really like a victim to them and we're not acting out because of them getting out of control. And that falls in line to the other side, which is the behaviors and the habits and the things that we act upon. That actually is our self-improvement. So it really has to do with our internal state and our external state coming together in a way where they are both carrying us forward. And when those two things are in true harmony, that is when we are totally embodying, progressing, and becoming our higher self. Now, here's a big point I want to make. We can also use creativity for these two things as well. Creative self-healing has to do a lot with writing, a lot with reading about letting go and trying to engage in some shadow works. It's really about, I think, reading and writing and coming up with ways to monitor our thoughts. And then creative self-improving would be about getting out and doing things, right? Getting out into nature like this, exercising. Those things will embody a more creative mindset, even if they aren't directly creative things. Now, let me know down below if you have any more tips on self-healing or self-improving. What are the kinds of things that you get into with those mindsets? Now, as always, if you made it to this part of the video, you might as well give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see all the cool stuff that I have coming up. And to keep an eye on more artistic advice and awareness, check out this playlist, the Artistic Advice and Awareness playlist made just for you. Thanks for watching and stay creative.